Hello, my name is Kelly Bluin. I am a certified Zentangle teacher. Welcome to 15 Minutes of Zen. In these videos, I guide you through creating a beautiful tangle using the Zentangle method of drawing. So today I have my Micron pen. This is a PN plastic nib pen, a graphite pencil, a blending tool, and I have this little paper tile. It is called the Bijou tile. All of these are from Zentangle.com. Okay, so today we are doing a classic tangle called Muka by Zentangle Headquarters or Zentangle Incorporated. A lot of you are familiar with Mooka, but I wanted to show you a cool variation that they do. All right, I'm gonna grab a piece of scrap paper first to show you some of the different Mooka shapes. All right, one of them is a curve like that, and you just put a little wider end on top. And to take that a little step further, you do the curve, you do that a little bit bigger, and then you bump in before coming down. So you give this little bump in there. That's, I think, the Muka that is most often used. And another version is to make that circle on top, but instead of tucking in, we do this like V shape, like this. So it ends up being more like a circle, where this one is a little bit more like a golf club maybe. And same with this one, you can just make that even larger if you want. And you're just basically making a full circle and then coming down. Okay, that is Muka. Now another version that they do is called the one line Muka. So I'm gonna flip this over and show that to you. Okay, I'm gonna take my pencil first and show you the basic shape we're going for. Is kind of like an upside down droplet, okay? So we start down here. Let's see if I can adjust my light a little bit. Maybe, maybe not. Okay. So we're gonna start at the bottom and we're gonna slowly scoop up and partially over. And then we're just gonna make a little rounding and then follow it all the way back down nice and thin and then stop. Okay, and then from that stopped point here, we're gonna come up this way. And we're gonna tuck in underneath that one, give a little curve, and follow it all the way back, but then stop. From this new ending, we're going to come up this way, come over, curl in, and come back down. And then this way, and then this way, like that. So that is another Muka shape that I don't think is used very often, but I really wanted to show you it today. So that's the one we're gonna play with because it's kind of a classic, anything you can do with one line where you don't need to pick up your pen becomes very relaxing. And that's always what we're looking for with the Zentangle method. Okay, so let's flip Muka over. All right, I'm going to do one. Let me grab my pencil and just pencil in where I want this one. I think I want this to be right about here. So sort of starting in the center, but then maybe tipping it over to one side. Okay, I'm going to start down here. I'm going to come up the side. And I'm going to come over, give a little turn, and then just really focus on staying close to that original line. And I stopped a little bit short down here. Then I'm going to go up the other side. And now when you do these, they can cross over like this, or they can change sizes and shapes. They also, if you dare, you can cross them over like that. Okay, well, we're just going to start with the classic here, where these ones kind of tuck in underneath each other. And when we go up, we're always curling in and under, not out. Okay, so I'm going to start with this one here. Come up, in and under, and follow it back down slowly. And I don't even have to lift my pen if I don't want to. Go up the other side, tuck in and under. Just keep repeating this until you can't make any more. All right, I love that. All right, my next one, I'm gonna draw this one again with my pencil. I think this one, I'll start at this point and I'll go backwards. I'll go the opposite way. And I want this one to come kind of like that. Maybe a little bit shorter than that one. And maybe I will even try to crisscross one of the lines. You do not have to, but I think I'm going to try it. Let's see. I'm going to start from this point down here. I'm going to come up this way and tuck in and under. And now I'm going to try to crisscross one of them. So I'm going to come up, come out this side, and back down. I've got room for maybe one more. Okay, how is that looking? How is that feeling? It's such a fun one to play with. All right, now we can add a few more Mookas and we can do some of the variations if we want. So maybe coming up this way, I'll do one. And I'm going to tuck in. I'm going to do that little bump in and come back down. I'm going to bring it to a point. And I'll do one this way. Tuck in and come back down. And I've got room over here, so I'll do one that has the circle. Now I can come down here and around, or I can follow this edge and then do it. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give that circle and then just that pointy little spot there. And I'll do one over here just because I have room. And I'll put in a baby one here too. Just a little one. And then what if I do one the opposite way up here? Wasn't that relaxing? I love the Zentangle method. I love Mooka. In my ones that have these larger tops, I like to put little bits of reflection in them. And then let's add a border to this one. I'm going to have my border just go right along the edge of this, and I'm going to make it kind of wiggly like that pretty deckled edge. And I'm going to curve it or round it when I get to those corners. You can do a border however you want. This is how I'm doing mine today. I'm going to initial it, and then I'm going to add some shading with my pencil and blending tool. Okay, put my top on, grab my pencil and my blender. So to shade this first Muka, these little Muka pods that we did, I'm going to put some graphite down in the bottom and also at the top of that first little line that we made, and I'm going to pull that down and push this up a little bit. So it's darker at the edges and then has that nice light in the middle. You can even make those edges a little bit darker, those ends, for a little more drama. Okay, and then my second pod is right here, so I'm going to put in some dark there, some dark at the top, and I'll push that into the paper while pulling it up, and this one pulling down. And this next one. I like going from that dark to the light, dark to the light. Do my last two. Look how beautiful that one looks compared to how kind of flat this one looks. This one has personality and dimension. It just looks so great. I'm gonna do this one over here, same way. Dark at that bottom, dark at the top. Don't be afraid to do those nice and dark. The longer your little line is, the more you're going to want to drag that graphite down. And you're always going for the dark to light. Absolutely beautiful. And these Mukas up here, I'm just going to put some in that bottom point of each of them. Push that up, and then I'm going to take my blending tool that already has some graphite, and I'm just going to put a little bit on those sides. Makes those look a little more rounded. Same thing on these, do those bottom points. Push that up, and then just take your blending tool, already has some graphite, and add a little bit in that rounded part. And the last thing I'm going to do on this one is I'm going to put some graphite on the outside of the border. I usually do the inside. I love that contrast, but for this one, I like having that nice bright white background. So let's give the outer edge of our frame some graphite. There we go, Mooka 3 ways. I hope you love this one. I hope you find ways to use it in your own art, and we'll see you next week. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.